So it's officially been a month here in Nashville, and today I get to record my first official production project. I'm working with an artist by the name of Seth Costner, who was shown to me by my friend Charla, who heard him at an event here in Nashville. And he played this one particular song called First of Many, and it just really touched her. And she reached out to me and was like, hey, I can't find this song anywhere by this guy Seth Costner that I just heard. Is there any chance you could reach out to him and see if he has it recorded? And I did. I reached out to Seth and I was like, hey, I've never heard this song, but my friend just heard you play it live and she says it's one of the best songs she's ever heard. I want to record it for you if you haven't recorded it already. When I moved here, Seth and I went for coffee. He was one of the first people that I met in town. We're actually recording First of Many today, and then a few more for an EP shortly after that. So I'm just so excited to be working with Seth, and I'm going to just introduce you to him in a second here.
What's up? I'm Seth Costner. I'm a singer-songwriter from Alabama. I'm a keys player out on the road with Chris Young right now, and we're going to make some music today. We're working on a song I wrote with a buddy of mine, Steve Seals. It's called First of Many. It's a pretty deep subject. It's about addiction, and I think that it's something that a lot of people struggle with or know somebody that struggled with. So, yeah, it's a special song.
It was always the first of many when I drink one down. But that drum beat in my head in the morning was an awful lonely sound.
How'd I get you to love me like this when I close my eyes?
Oh, golden. So with the double chorus, it's probably going to be closer to like 240.
That's great.
All right.
How'd I get you to love me like this when I close my eyes? I'm too afraid there's something I'm missing. Baby, I can't lie. You're lifting me up on my worst days. I'm looking at life in a new way, and every day feels like the first date, I swear. Give me the air that I breathe in, no matter the season. There's never a time that I don't want you there.
It's so embarrassing, the way you contradict yourself is so embarrassing.
Today is Friday and just kind of chilling in the studio house, having a bit of introspection and just kind of a moment of feeling helpless, I guess. Just kind of thinking about how I kind of gave up everything to move out here, and you know, there was a lot of consistency and stuff back home that I kind of left on the table, but I mean also there was just the reality that it wasn't really going anywhere from home. There was just a ceiling that I was at, and it was just kind of, it felt like I would either have to pivot really hard to make it continue to work, or I'd have to try something entirely different. And so I guess that entirely different was moving to Nashville. I just have a lot of fear, I guess, about like, what is this gonna look like? Like, am I gonna look back on this in however many years and think that, like, you know, this was definitely the right idea? Or am I gonna look back on this as being, you know, yeah, it was cool to have had that opportunity, but it kind of screwed me financially a little bit. So I'm just wrestling with thoughts like that right now. I'm just kind of like, you know, obviously, again, being here a month, have already made incredible headway, but I'm a natural worrier, and I just have this fear that things just aren't gonna go the way that I felt in my heart they were gonna go. It's just hard. It's harder now, especially with like being accountable to my wife and my daughter. It's like the opportunities have only really come now, and it's only ever made sense now. So for me, the timing feels weird, but I mean, maybe it's also in a lot of ways the best timing. I was also listening to this podcast the other day called And the Writer Is. The guest was Ryan Tedder, who's a producer I really look up to, and he was saying that in his career he's worked with so many different artists, and what he's noticed is that the age that they become famous is almost like the age that they mentally stay in for the rest of their life or their career. And I found that really interesting because what he was trying to say is that a lot of artists who blow up when they're younger just don't have the capacity to handle it, so they end up, you know, wasting all that money or making horrible choices. And he kind of said that like one of the biggest blessings is to have success, career success later in your life. when you're older and you've, you know, experienced having no money and having, you know, some money and having a ton of failure and having some degree of success, and you're kind of like more well-rounded. And so I'm really just hoping that like at this point in my life, I'm 31, I feel like this would be the absolute best time for something to really happen for me, because I think I'm ready for it. I would rather have like the financial stability that comes with, you know, having a successful career. I don't care about being famous. I literally could care less. I just want to be having financial stability. And I mean, I do to some degree have that, but like with moving here, it's definitely a lot trickier of a thing. And I think it has the potential to grow to be something more than it could have ever been at home. The cost of entry and the risk associated with all of this is a lot higher. So yeah, I think this vlog is really revealing to myself that I'm a very pessimistic person, and I'm really just pouring it all out and showing how just frantic my brain is. But I think I just really want to show how real this whole situation is for me. I'm not the kind of person who usually takes risks like this. I have played it safe pretty much my whole life, and I really don't like uncertainty. This whole experience is just complete uncertainty and faith and trust, and just like trying to do something that I've never even thought I could be capable of doing. And I really just want to show every aspect of it. You know, I've had some comments from people saying maybe I'm sharing a little bit too much, but I think that's partly my point for doing this. I'm not trying to give an impression that I'm some like crazy successful amazing musician that's like killing it and like everything I do is awesome and every aspect of my career is perfect. Like, it's not. It straight up is not. This is the hardest career that I could have ever imagined I would ever try to do. And as someone who went to university and did the whole academic thing, I could have gotten my master's. I could have probably done more than a master's, but I didn't want to. And I felt like music was just the thing that I had to do. And it was the almost kind of like the DNA imprint on my life of like what I felt most called for. And you know, sometimes I really hate that I do music. Sometimes I really just wish that I had a stable salary job and that I knew what I was bringing home every month. The uncertainty of music is just so crippling sometimes, and it's, as somebody who already struggles with anxiety as it is, it's maybe in a lot of ways a terrible career path for me, but I just know that I'm really freaking good at it, and I know that I've had success at it. Man, if I just shared the best parts of this and that's it, I don't think I'd be doing a service to anybody. This whole video series would be completely pointless, because if I'm being fully honest, I don't really care if anybody even watches these videos. I love that people do, and I love that I've been getting messages from people, even unexpected people, who are saying that they've been following along with these. It's super flattering, but my point for making these was to kind of just see my own progress and look back on this in a year and see what I was able to do and see, you know, actual evidence of whether this was worth it or not. And so this is like a video diary for me, and if I'm just gonna like share the best parts and the highlight reel, then I've missed the point, quite honestly. So I want to share the wins as much as I want to share the losses, and I want to be fully transparent on just how difficult this has been, but also how beautiful it's been. I mean, I don't want to also make it sound like this is the worst thing that I've ever done, but it's been really good in a lot of ways. I've made connections that I never could have made from home. I've met people and worked with people that I could have only worked with here, and I'm, you know, a month in and I'm doing 2 sessions a day. I'm booked all the way till the middle of September. And I never had that back home. At home, I'd have like my set projects, a few gigs here and there. I wouldn't know what a month from now would look like, but the fact that I'm booked solid in August and it's still halfway through July is wild to me. And so there is a lot of great things too. I'm, you know, starting a lot of projects with people right now. I'm doing intro sessions with artists to try to convince them to work with me. And thank goodness, 4 out of the 6 I've worked with so far have definitely said that they want me to produce their songs, but like I still have to now like find space in my schedule to book the starting sessions, and then I won't get paid until those are done. And so it's just this like massive gong show right now of just like waiting and waiting and waiting for things to start rolling in and happening and money to start coming in, and it's a lot. plus not really sleeping. I'm averaging, 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night. I'm finding that I'm up for an hour and a half. I actually track my sleep on my Apple Watch, and pretty consistently I'm up and awake between an hour and a half and 2 hours a night. And sometimes it's because of my daughter, and sometimes it's just because I'm stressed and I just wake up and I think about work, and it's 3 in the morning and I'm laying there thinking about how I'm gonna get all the things done that I have on my calendar, and it keeps me up at night, and I'm very tired, and I'm just trying to survive right now fully and prioritize things that are actually gonna bring income. And it's hard, but it's beautiful, and it's thrilling, and it's exciting, and it's scary, and it's all the good and bad feelings all in a mishmash together. It's something that I'm really excited to keep unpacking. And if you think I'm being too vulnerable and I'm showing too much, then you don't have to watch these videos. I didn't make it for you. I made it for myself and for my own sense of where I am at in my life. And if you're enjoying it, if you find it helpful, awesome. Keep watching, because I'm going to keep sharing insights and things I learned. But yeah, it's not going to be for everyone, obviously, and it's not meant to be. So I just hope you like it. I hope you're into this story and tracking along with it, and kind of just seeing how a little bit of the music industry works. If you're in music, watching it, I hope it's giving you some ideas. If you're not in music, I hope it's kind of showing a little bit more intimately what this kind of career path looks like. But I'm going to keep making these, and if you want to keep watching them, I'd love that. But please hit the subscribe button, because that is how you're going to be notified when I post these. And I've been kind of consistently posting them on Saturdays, just because it gets me through my full week and then allows me to rest on Sunday. I might sporadically sprinkle some other ideas out in line with this move here. But hit the subscribe button so you will be notified every time I post something. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching regardless, and I will see you on the next one.